What's up, everybody? J-Heat Sports Media coming at y'all again with that fire as always. Spitting the hot topics and getting the sports conversation started. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Football, basketball, and boxing. We need to get into some boxing. It's been big news in boxing. Canelo Alvarez, a guy who's been considered the face of boxing for a little while now since Floyd Mayweather retired. He made a major announcement, a major few announcements. Let's talk about it. So Canelo Alvarez, the face of boxing, despite what some people may say, like Gervonta Tank Davis, Canelo has been that guy just based on ticket sales, pay-per-view draw, and just all-around appeal and skill level overall. The competition he's faced, etc., etc. Since Floyd Mayweather retired, he's been that guy. But his throne is in jeopardy. Gervonta Tank Davis has been coming on strong. He's very popular and he's very skilled. And right now, with the biggest fight in boxing being set between Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Bud Crawford, it's put a lot of heat on Canelo, in my personal opinion, because a lot of the spotlight is being drawn to these guys. And most importantly, the PBC, who's always been cool because that's part of Floyd Mayweather's crew as well. And they've had arguably the greatest stable of boxers for a while in boxing. Well, Canelo Alvarez, in his last few fights, he's been trying to continue to prove he's that guy. He's the undisputed pound-for-pound king. He lost that status, and in most people's eyes, they would say that belongs to Terrence Bud Crawford as far as pound-for-pound. Some people would say between Errol Spence, between Tank Davis, these type of guys are people who could be threatening against Canelo when it comes for his status as the face of boxing. So we need to see now how he attacks that. And I think this recent move, he scheduled a 3-fight deal with the PBC, and it's critical. You see, ever since he lost to Dimitri Bivol in a fight that he was daring to be great and going up to 175 to fight Bivol, he didn't have to do that. He had already went up, beat Kovalov, and shown that he could do that. He was undisputed at 168 and is still undisputed at 168. But then he wanted to go up and try to become undisputed at 175, and Bivol showed he could take his power and he could outbox him, stay behind his jab, and just flat out beat Canelo convincingly. Canelo couldn't get the rematch he wanted. He went and fought Triple G, did what everybody thought he would do because he's been getting better and better against Triple G over the years. And he won that fight against Triple G, but Bivol didn't want to fight him again unless it was at 168 for Canelo's belt, because he already gave Canelo a chance to come get his belt. So now the fight everybody's wanted to see for a while has been David Benavidez. David Benavidez, who's with the PBC, the Mexican monster, stands at 6'2". He's got like a 78-inch arm reach. He's a Mexican monster for sure. He's got advantages over Canelo, who's only around 5'8", got about a 70-inch reach. And he has been the man and only lost the belt he had at 168 due to not making weight at one point in time and some other issues. But he's never lost and is the #1 challenger for Canelo Alvarez. Yet Canelo still has not fought this guy. And now, with a chance to fight him as his next fight, because David Benavidez just had a really good showing against a guy that Canelo beat in Caleb Plant that we just saw back in March. Benavidez was ready and itching to fight Canelo. But instead, Canelo's jumped out there, took a 3-fight deal with the PBC, who David Benavidez is under, But it's not against David Benavidez. He called out Jamal Charlo, at Future of Boxing as his Twitter handle, who's wanted to fight Canelo as well, and Canelo's worked his way around. But now he's picking on Charlo, if you don't mind me saying, because Charlo's been inactive. He's had some personal things going on in his life and isn't quite ready for the fight. And he had enough professionalism and knowing the moment, he had enough heart, I would say, to admit that he wasn't prepared and that this fight was coming up a little soon. Canelo kind of cherry picking here, but he's still getting what's coming because the twin brother of Jamal Charlo, Jamel Charlo, twin Charlo, little Charlo as he calls himself, because he's about a half-inch shorter, has like a half-inch less reach than his brother, but they twins nevertheless. They both have fought at the same weight class before, but now Jamal fights at 160, capable of going to 168. Jamel is undisputed like Canelo, but at 154. Jamel's willing to come all the way up to 168. He is active. He's been fighting. He had a #1 contender waiting on him, but this is a chance he can't turn down. And it's a big-time fight. And we're going to get a great fight September 30th, Canelo Alvarez versus Jamel Charlo. The weight, we'll see if the power comes up for Jamel, but his skill, he's a top 10 to top 15. Some people would say top 5 pound-for-pound fighter, just like Canelo's a top 5 pound-for-pound fighter. He does have a reach advantage on Canelo with about a 73-inch reach. He's around 5'11", so he's a few inches taller than Canelo. And as long as he puts that weight on, which he should be able to do, it could be a great fight against Canelo. But Canelo has fought at a heavier weight. He's got a chin. So I think Charlo's going to have to outbox Canelo. He won't knock him out. But he does have the skill to possibly outbox Canelo. Can Canelo hurt him and knock him out? We'll have to see. But it's a big-time fight coming up, and this 3-fight deal is one to pay attention to. Because after this Charlo, we could get the other Charlo, who maybe is ready at that point, or David Benavidez, or the winner between Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, who will be considered pound-for-pound the best. Canelo might want to have something to say about that. And with him being under PBC, he'll have his chance. Let me know what y'all think about this fight deal. Holla. All right, that's all the time I got. Y'all know what it is, and you know who you looking for. J Heat Sports Media. Remember to like, subscribe, or hit me in the comments. Let's go back and forth. I'm on YouTube, Instagram, at The Vault JMU414 on Twitter, and of course, what's up TikTok? I'll holler at y'all next time.